Hello and welcome to another video. My name's Swithers, and for the last 6 months I've been trying to learn how to handstand. Okay, so I want to talk to you a bit about the handstands. Last December I set myself the goal of achieving one, and I defined this as being able to consistently hold a freestanding handstand for 15 seconds. And now it's coming towards the end of May the next year, and I still haven't achieved this goal. Throughout this video I'm going to talk about why I haven't learned the handstand yet, what I found difficult about it, and what I'm planning on doing about it after this point. So the very first thing I did was to learn how to headstand, and of course I made another video about that. Click the card wherever it is to watch that video if you want to. But it took me 4 days to learn how to do a headstand for 30 seconds, and I can still do that consistently now. But then I naively thought after that it would take me 2, maybe 3 weeks to learn how to do a proper handstand. But obviously I'm making this video now. This isn't all to say that I've made no progress in the last 6 months. On the contrary, I went from absolutely hopeless to I've actually had a couple of holds that are nearly at that 15-second mark. But the big problem is that it's nowhere near consistent. So one hold might be 1 second, the next one might be 12. There's no consistency in it. Let's take you outside, I'll show you what I mean. Right, so let's start by going all the way back to December last year and looking at where we started. I decided that the best way to learn how to do a handstand was just to try and do handstands. But, unfortunately, there are a lot of steps between beginning to learn to handstand and doing a freestanding handstand. So I failed a lot of times. That's some footage from when I started off. Let's compare that to where I am now. I'm just going to go through my typical handstand session, 5 to 15 minutes of trying to do a bunch of handstands, just so I can show you how consistent they actually are. So I won't cherry pick the best ones from here, I'll just show you all of them.
These my dance make it hurt.
So, as you can see, there's definitely an improvement from where I started, but as you can also see, clearly a long way to go before those are consistently 15 seconds each. Now, if I do cherry pick the best clips from the last couple of months, I have had quite a few holds that are around that 10-second mark, some of them even getting close to 15 seconds. But as you could see there, the main problem is the consistency of finding that balance point. Once I get it, I can actually hold it for a fair amount of time, I just don't get it very often. And then the other really obvious problem is a lack of shoulder mobility. You can see it there, I'm not quite getting into that straight handstand position, but I'll talk more about that towards the end of this video. So with that outside session done, let's head back in and I'll chat about some of the problems that I've got with it. There has clearly been some progress, but there are also clearly quite a few problems, so let's go over them. Firstly, I started learning the handstand the completely wrong way. Right from the start, my training plan was just to try and go for a handstand and keep doing it until I could do one. Because I did this, my kick up to the handstand never taught me how to actually create balance through my hands. It's always just been luck. Sometimes I get lucky and I kick up to the right point, other times I get unlucky and I don't. I have started to unlearn some of this habit by actually doing what you're supposed to do to learn a handstand, which is do the handstand up against the wall and then push away with your feet slightly from the wall so you can properly feel that balance point through your hands and wrists and you can hold it there. But it's still not a good habit to have got into, and I do have to completely unlearn it if I want to learn how to consistently do the handstand. Secondly, and this is a big one, I never learned how to fail a handstand properly. Very early on in the journey, I got this lovely clip. And after that, I decided to basically do a handstand at all times with either some pillows behind me or a wall behind me. So this means I still don't really know how to fail a handstand properly, or more importantly, safely. And then the last main problem, my shoulder and lat flexibility aren't the greatest. Now, this doesn't necessarily stop me from doing a handstand, but it makes it more difficult to get into that straight handstand position. So this is why you see in a bunch of these clips I'm in that kind of slight banana handstand position. I'm quite used to actually being able to learn new things quite quickly. I'm not used to them taking this length of time. But the entire point of this channel is about learning new things and not giving up when those things just get difficult. So, with that in mind, here's the plan. First of all, I obviously need to go right back to basics. Priority number 1 is learning how to safely fail the handstand. This will get me over that fear of falling, meaning I can kick up to the right point more consistently, and it will also mean I can practice the handstand anywhere and anytime. Secondly, I'm going to incorporate a lot more chest-to-wall handstands into my routine. This should help me build up some handstand endurance in a much better handstand position, as you can get into a much straighter handstand position with your chest to the wall than you can with the wall behind you. And then the last thing I'm going to do to address the problems is start doing a bit of a shoulder and lat stretching routine just a couple of times a week. Just then hopefully over time this will allow these muscles to loosen up a bit, and that will mean there's less resistance from my body for me to get into that straight handstand position. Lastly then, I'm actually going to write down a routine to do my handstands and stick to it. So right now, I do handstand practice for about 10 to 15 minutes at the start of each of my bodyweight training sessions. But I have no idea what I'm going to do in those sessions before I actually start it. And what ends up happening is I do a bit of a warm-up for my wrists and hands, etc., and then try and do handstands for 10 minutes. Now, this clearly isn't working, as it's been 6 months and I still can't do a proper handstand. So having a written down, set, prescribed routine with progressions through to the full handstand should help me actually get a lot more out of the training I'm doing for it. And then the last bit. This is where you come in. If anyone watching this video can do a handstand, knows how to do a handstand, often teaches people how to do handstands, and you have any tips for me from what you've seen in this video, please comment them down below. I would really like to read them and, potentially incorporate them into the training program I'm going to do as well. And that is it for this video. I'm hoping to be able to bring you the video of how these tips help me learn how to handstand in not too long from now, hopefully less than 6 months. And of course then, if you are interested in seeing that video, then click that subscribe button down below and click that bell icon next to it as well, as then you will get notified of when I do that upload. And of course, if you like the video, then click that like button down below. It really does help the channel and gets the video pushed out to more people so they can see it. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.